Welcome to my Passion Travel channel, a channel specializing in street food and travel. Brochette, a skewered grilled cut of meat, often lamb or chicken, usually served with bread or couscous. Here's a basic recipe for making Moroccan-style brochettes. Ingredients: 500 grams of boneless meat, can be lamb, chicken, beef, or fish. 1 onion, finely chopped 2 cloves of garlic, minced 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 teaspoon paprika, 1 teaspoon ground, cumin, 1 teaspoon ground, coriander, 1-2 teaspoon ground, turmeric, salt, and pepper. To taste, skewers, bamboo or metal skewers. Instructions: if you're using bamboo skewers, soak them in water for about 30 minutes to prevent burning while grilling. Cut the meat into cubes, roughly about 1-2 inches in size. In a bowl, prepare the marinade by mixing together the olive oil, chopped onion, minced garlic, paprika, cumin, coriander, turmeric, salt, and pepper. Add the meat cubes to the marinade, ensuring they are well coated. Allow the meat to marinate for at least 1-2 hours in the refrigerator. For better flavor, you can marinate overnight. Preheat your grill or barbecue to medium-high heat. Thread the marinated meat cubes onto the skewers, leaving a little space between each piece. Place the skewers on the grill and cook for about 8-10 minutes, turning occasionally, until the meat is cooked through and has a nice char on the outside. The cooking time may vary depending on the type and thickness of the meat. Once done, remove the skewers from the grill and let them rest for a few minutes before serving. Harira, a traditional Moroccan soup made from beans, tomatoes, meat, and spices. Harira is a typical Moroccan soup that is often served during the month of Ramadan. It is a dish rich in spices, based on beans, meat, tomatoes, and several other ingredients. Here is the basic recipe for making harira. Material: 1 cup dried red beans that have been soaked overnight, 250 grams of beef or lamb, cut into small cubes, 1 large onion, finely chopped 2 celery stalks, finely chopped 1 carrot, finely chopped 3-4 tablespoons tomato paste, 1 liter of meat, stock or water, 1 can, 400 grams, chopped tomatoes, 1/4 cup, chopped fresh parsley, 1/4 cup, chopped fresh coriander, 1 teaspoon turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon ginger powder, 1/2 teaspoon black pepper powder, 1/2 teaspoon cinnamon powder, salt and pepper to taste, enough olive oil for frying steps. Soak red beans overnight, or at least a few hours before cooking. After soaking, drain the beans and rinse with clean water. Heat some olive oil in a large saucepan. Sauté the onions, celery, and carrots until fragrant and the onions become transparent. Add the meat pieces to the pan and cook until the meat changes color. After that, add tomato paste, chopped tomatoes, red beans, and spices such as turmeric, ginger, black pepper, cinnamon, salt, and pepper. Stir well. Pour the meat stock or water into a saucepan and let the soup boil. Once the soup comes to a boil, reduce the heat and let the soup simmer for about 1-2 hours, or until the meat and beans are tender and the soup thickens slightly. Before turning off the heat, add the chopped parsley and coriander to the soup. Stir well. Adjust the taste according to your taste. Add salt or other spices if needed. Sfenj, Moroccan donuts that are fried and served as a snack. Sfenj is a Moroccan donut that is popular as a street food in Morocco. These are delicious and easy to prepare fried donuts. Here is the basic recipe for making sfenj. Material: 500 grams of wheat flour, 1 teaspoon instant yeast, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 tablespoon sugar. Warm water, around 300 to 350 milliliters, enough to make a soft dough. The oil for frying steps. Combine flour, instant yeast, salt, and sugar in a large bowl. Add water little by little to the flour mixture, while continuing to stir until it forms a soft and elastic dough. Make sure not to add too much water at once, but add it little by little until the mixture is well mixed. Cover the bowl with a clean cloth and let the dough rest for about 1-2 hours in a warm place. This will help the dough rise. Once the dough has risen, heat oil in a frying pan or deep pan for frying. Use 2 spoons or hands moistened with a little oil to shape the dough into a donut shape. Take a small portion of the dough, then make a hole in the middle and shape it like a donut. Fry the donuts in hot oil until browned and evenly cooked on both sides. Make sure to flip them so they cook evenly. Remove the cooked donuts and drain on paper towels to absorb excess oil. Repeat this process with the remaining batter until all the donuts have been fried. Mechoui. Roast lamb cooked under special circumstances and often sold at markets or festivals. Mechoui is a typical Moroccan dish consisting of lamb traditionally grilled over charcoal. The cooking process is quite simple, but takes quite a long time to get tender and flavorful results. Here's the basic recipe for making mechoui. Material: 1 whole lamb, about 2 to 3 kilograms. Lamb is generally used for this dish. 4. 5 tablespoons paprika powder. 3. 4 tablespoons turmeric powder. 2 tablespoons ginger powder. 4. 5 tablespoons black pepper powder. 1 tablespoon cinnamon powder. 1 tablespoon cumin powder. 1 tablespoon coriander powder. 1 tablespoon sweet anise, fennel powder. 1 tablespoon star anise powder. 1 tablespoon salt. 1/2 cup olive oil. 4. 5 cloves of garlic, crushed or finely chopped. Enough water steps. Clean the lamb well and remove any excess fat or unwanted parts. Make sure the sheep are clean of dirt and unwanted debris. Mix all the spices in a large bowl to make a spice mixture. Add olive oil and garlic to the seasoning mixture. Stir well until all the spices are mixed well. Rub the spice mixture all over the lamb, making sure to rub the mixture into the folds and crevices so the spices penetrate the meat. Let the lamb coated in spices soak for at least 4-6 hours, or better yet, overnight in the refrigerator wrapped in plastic. Before grilling, let the lamb come to room temperature and preheat the oven or grill to high. Roast the lamb in a preheated oven or on a grill at around 150-160 degrees C for 3-4 hours or more, depending on the weight of the meat and the desired level of doneness. Make sure to turn the lamb periodically to ensure even grilling all over the meat. Once cooked, remove the lamb from the oven and allow to cool slightly before slicing and serving.